All right, good day, everyone. I'm Joshua Weisel here with an update for this afternoon and to this evening. We're taking a look at the forecast now. We were covering strong to severe storms earlier this morning, and we'll get to more on that here coming up in the segment on are we going to see any more activity. We'll let you know more about that here coming up. And here's a look at what we got for this afternoon. Highs are going to be ranging anywhere from 94 to 102, depends on the area. We have a weak system that's pushing through, and that's leading to some cooler temperatures. In addition, we have some cloud coverage from morning activity, and the rainfall from that activity is leading to some cooler temperatures. Now, the River Valley did see a little bit more in terms of the rainfall compared to other areas, same with northeast Oklahoma. So compared to the forecast, it may end up being a couple degrees cooler. We'll have to wait and see if we get any sort of sunshine that breaks through. Could see those temperatures quickly warm back up. It's going to be a warm and humid day across the area overnight tonight. It's going to be a little bit cooler. We're talking lows anywhere from the 70s into the upper 70s. So from the lower to the upper 70s are expected. Now, there is a chance that there could be a couple spotty showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm overnight. Not expecting widespread severe weather or anything along the lines with that. So that's a look at what we've got with this activity. Now, as we move on, here's a look at that severe weather risk for today. Now, for the morning, the risk was further to the south and to the west of our coverage area. But with the 11:30 update, it did expand further into our county coverage area, and that accounted for the activity that we saw this morning. And there could be even some additional activity later on this afternoon into this evening. Now, we're going to show you future scan radar here coming up in just a little bit, but we're not going to focus too much on it. Why is that? The models did a horrendous job this morning with the activity. It showed no rain. And so we'll show you more on that here coming up. But I got to tell you, it's been awful this morning, so we're not going to take it too literally. All we can tell you is the ingredients are there, and just based off of our gut instinct, I think there could be a couple more additional showers and thunderstorms this afternoon into this evening across the entirety of the area. Not everyone's going to see severe weather from that, but just be mindful that some scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible. Future scan is almost no help, and that's not on our end. So that's not an internal product that we produce that creates these issues. These are the models that everyone has pretty much access to. They're not doing a great job with this activity. As many of you know, we complain about these often. For whatever reason in this part of the country, they don't handle things all too well. What does handle things pretty good is our algorithm, and this is what's actually in-house for us. It's not a future scan product, but it is an algorithm that accounts for the rain activity that we could see throughout the day today. It's various different ingredients, and it puts it on the board. And it did a fantastic job with the rain that we had so far this morning, and I think it's showing that we have additional chances this afternoon. Well, the Prediction Center does show an area for maybe some heavy rainfall. That's pretty much expected because we did see some heavy rainfall with activity this morning. Some areas that see additional rain could see a couple tenths of an inch to maybe even close to 1 or 2 inches of rainfall. So coming up, we're going to talk more about that extended forecast. We're going to walk you through why Future Scan is terrible, and we're not really talking about it for today. We'll walk through all those details here coming up. All right, welcome back. Here's a look at the Foghorns morning fog outlook for tomorrow morning in our extended forecast, and you can see there's a couple areas that are starting to make their way back onto the board for some patchy fog, and that would be far western portions of our Oklahoma County coverage area and far eastern portions of the River Valley. Not everyone's going to see this activity. We're not expecting widespread activity as of this update for tomorrow morning. We'll let you know if anything changes. Huge shout out to Foghorns for sponsoring our channel. As sports season's coming up, be sure to support them like they support us. They got some awesome, wings and food and drink and everything like that. So be sure to check them out because it's a great place to watch any sort of sports, whether you're a Razorback fan or not. But I got to say, it is a fun environment for some Razorback fans on game day, either at home or away. So be sure to check them out. Let's look at the Foghorns morning fog outlook for tomorrow morning. Let's show you future scan radar and why it's been terrible. This is 1 o'clock. We have storms just east of Russellville moving into Little Rock, and it has nothing. It's not showing anything. And then the remainder today it really doesn't show any activity at all, especially in the risk. And so we're just going to let this play on through. We're not even going to go the full 48-hour projection with it. And the reasoning for that is because why would we show you that if it didn't even show the rain that we had this morning into this afternoon? Terrible job, got to say. It's been handling it awful. And this is why we do these updates, is because, we know better than the models. Models are a helpful tool, but they're not always fully reliable. So that's why you don't just need the computer aspect of forecasting. You need the people aspect of it, because we can look at it and go, I'm not buying that. And then we can pass that along to you. So we're just going to move past this. The one thing that we can't move on from is the temperatures. Unfortunately, our neck of the woods is under the gun once again, more of a bullseye for extreme heat. Once again, we still have that high risk for onset drought and extreme heat. And it looks like this heat's not going away anytime soon. I do have some good news for the extended 7-day forecast. These outlooks are for 8 to 14 days out. For at least the remainder of the week, there could be a chance that parts of the area sees 90s off and on compared to the triple digits. The bad news is by the time we get to Wednesday, as we mentioned in our coverage this morning into this afternoon, there was a chance that some of us see highs as high as 107 to maybe 108. I'm not looking forward to that on Wednesday. Here's a look at some other unfortunate news. Extended precipitation patterns still favoring below average, so it doesn't look like we have any real relief in sight. There is going to be some low rain chances pretty much every day for the foreseeable future. Kind of that, normal that we've seen where you get little pop-ups or you may not see anything at all, that type of deal. Rain chances, the forecast is holding pretty steady, right around 30%. So not everyone's going to see rainfall today. That's the unfortunate news when it comes to this rain. So some of us did see some beneficial rainfall and we're grateful for that. The only problem is it had some wind associated with it and some severe weather. So I wish we could just get the rain without the severe weather, but Mother Nature had other ideas. So the forecast is holding there. We did bump up the River Valley to about 40%, and that was, yesterday evening. Forecast is still holding pretty steady today, so no changes because not everyone's going to see rain in the River Valley, right? Fort Smith saw rain, Ozark saw rain, Mulberry saw rain, but if you're in Mena, if you're in Waldron, you haven't seen anything yet, that type of deal. So only 40% of the area is going to see that. Take a look. We're going to just pretend that we're not seeing Wednesday for northwest, for the southwest, or excuse me, neither of those areas. River Valley, northeast Oklahoma. There we go. 106. We're going to avoid that. We did bump up those rain chances a little bit higher yesterday evening. Didn't change anything for northeast Oklahoma today so far. And that's because, we saw a little bit of that rain on the backside of that first round, and we're starting to see some redevelopment as of this update in northeast Oklahoma. Does that mean severe weather? No, it just means that we've got some additional rain chances, but there could be a couple additional strong to severe storms we'll keep an eye on. So a little bit more rain activity there. So that's what's going on there. Southwest Missouri, rain chances holding at around 30%. Not everyone's going to see rain, unfortunately, today. High temperatures Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit cooler by the time we get to mid to late week. So that's a look at the forecast there. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If additional warnings are issued or we see weather kind of ramp up, of course, we'll be here in the studio to let you know the very latest. Keep it here with Weather 225, and thank you so much for tuning in.